thank you for joining us at the 2025 BC Active Transportation Summit in beautiful Kimberley, British Columbia. Over the course of the event, Caroline Duneau got a chance to catch up with and connect with representatives from our valued sponsors to learn more about their important contributions to active transportation projects across the province. We sat down with Gregory Bokenfor, sales consultant with Urban Racks.
What's your role here at the conference today?
Our role with Urban Racks is just to supply information. What we provide to cities is a way to design bike parking. It's consulting, it's like I said, information, nothing more. We're not here to sell, and that's the biggest hurdle that we always find is cities try to come to us thinking that we're going to sell to them, but we're just there to provide information and help and being an outlet, give the cities an outlet for an area that they don't understand at all.
What was one of your goals of attending the conference, something you really wanted to learn about that you got out of the conference?
Learning about is just understanding the differences from, the big city versus coming out to the Kootenays is always a big difference with people. I'm from a small community, so I kind of understand it, but there's always more that you can learn by talking to the people that are out here. When these conferences are in the bigger cities, the smaller municipalities generally don't participate, or they feel a little bit overwhelmed. So coming out here where they feel comfortable, the conversations have been great with the smaller communities that are underserved.
Absolutely, it's super important. If you could pick one wish on your active transportation wish list to advance active transportation across BC, what would you pick?
Honestly, I wish, coming from my field, is that people would stop trying to cut corners in bike parking. Understand and change the mentality around it that is bike parking, as opposed to just storing their bikes. Because the trends have been especially with e-bikes and densification, that people are riding their bikes more. They're using them as a way to get around. These are people's vehicles nowadays. They're losing their cars with affordability and whatnot. They will buy cargo bikes. They will buy e-bikes to get 30, 40 kilometers, as opposed to just a recreational use anymore. It's become a change of thought that people are behind on, but if people can change the way they think about bicycles, then they'll understand that, if I ride my bike to a business, to work, or even my home, I need it to be there. So we can't skip out on just, the lowest bidder for this anymore, because the lowest bidder means more likely to be stolen from.
How do you see active transportation evolving in BC more broadly? Big question, but from your perspective.
Yeah, active transportation in BC is ahead of most of the country, most of the continent. People look to us, look to Victoria, look to Vancouver, all across the country and the globe. We get people from Australia, from Europe even. They're looking at what Vancouver is doing especially, and Victoria, but even when I work in the Maritimes, out in Ontario, they're looking at BC. So it's difficult to say where you see it going because we are leading. It's not, there's no crystal ball. The only thing I could really say for leading is just bigger spaces. Again, understanding that people are demanding this as a way to get there and not just thinking of it as a niche, and changing the way people think about riding.
What is your role here at the conference?
My role is just providing information. It's really simple. With municipalities, they're usually afraid to talk to you because they think you're going to try to take money from them. But when they talk to me, they quickly realize I'm here to provide information, provide the best solution, and advise them on making the right choices for their communities. And that will improve the infrastructure, improve their communities, as well as the people's experience with bike parking.
Can you tell me a bit more about what Urban Racks does?
What we do is more than just sell bike racks. That's the monetary side. We all have to have a monetary side. The bigger perspective that I do, I work with architects. I teach an architect class on how to design bike parking. I work with cities on how to write their bylaws. What are the things to consider? What are their blind spots? Because it's still a niche field. Oftentimes I get questions from municipalities, from cities. What am I missing? What am I not considering? And if I can help them learn what they're not seeing, then I've done my job.